Good evening, everyone. My name is Pooja Rai, and I'm a second year MBA student. I'm going to give you a small presentation on a topic known as strategic supply management and its roles and responsibilities. And the subject out of which this topic has been taken out is called as strategic sourcing in supply chain management. Let's begin. Let's begin with the introduction part. Here, the functional group carry out certain duties on the behalf of organization. Purchasing must have its legitimate authority to make decisions that fall within within the span of control. The span of control is established through a senior management policies and support. Final authority of certain matters must ultimately be assigned to the purchasing department. So even though the decisions are made at the senior management level and policies has been discussed over there, but the final authority for some kind of matters should ultimately be assigned to the purchasing department. This section details are those the decisions areas that are rightfully be a part of purchasing operating authority is in most of the organization. Right. So here I have to zoom the presentation for you. This is what we are going to discuss is the strategic supply management process flow. So here comes, this is known as the core purchasing process. I'm sorry if I'm not able to show you correctly. Yeah. So it begins with this is also called as a supply strategy. Here, spend analysis and management. It moves to demand management and specifications, category strategy and supply evaluation. It is divided in two parts. It goes to the contract management, it goes to the cost management, and ultimately both are connected to each other, and finally it goes out to process to procure to pay process. So you procure something and you need to pay for that, for that thing. And in between, from here, from process to pay, from spend analysis to process to pay, there is a relation called as supplier relationship management. All right, so all these stages are interconnected, and from the initial part to the end part, this is the thing which comes into the picture is called as a supplier relationship management. So let's begin and read all the things, all the details, all the stages in detail one by one. So let me move the camera to this part. Okay, so we'll start with the spend analysis. Spend analysis is the process of collecting the historical data by commodity relative to demand from the lines of business, with the exception of personal expenses, occupancy, and the corporate spend. So you are going to collect the data. It's a process. You are going to collect the data, historical data, by commodity, by relative demand from the lines of business, but this should not include the personal expenses. You should not include the corporate spend and all, anything corporate spends and all. So the data should go into an appropriate level of unit level details required for analysis and commodity management, and should also be rolled up to the aggregate level of every element what we spend. All right, so you're going to do what is the spend analysis. You're going to analyze everything from where the expenses are going to come, the historical data behind it, and what level, up to what level it can go exactly. So you have to measure all the elements. So the result is the common understanding of historical spend relative to demand from each end user within the organization, based on accurate information collected through the defined and automated procure to pay system. The spend analysis require you to drive all the spend to a unit of consumption and the rate of consumption. Okay. So next is the demand management and the specifications. Demand management is the process of unit and rate consumption level to the forecast and the estimate future consumption in the internal functional customer, and the providing guidance and input how optimal usage, and educating the user on the trade-offs. The authority to review the material specifications, and also within the purchasing span of control in managing the demand, although the internal stakeholders sometimes dispute this right. All right, so it is a process of using the unit and the rate of consumption level to the forecast and estimate the future consumption. So purchasing personnel work hard to develop the knowledge and expertise about the wide variety of material and the services must go off into the knowledge work to an organizational benefit. The right to question allow the purchasing to review specifications where required. In the case of services, it also allows purchasing to ensure that the work is being performed correctly documented. So next is category management and supplier evaluation or selection of the supplier. Category management is the process of developing the external industry intelligence and the analysis, internal demand and the supply based capabilities of operational risk and the strategy to approach that marketplace with no need to match it with the supplier can offer. With our needs to match it with the supplier, what supplier can offer. So the sourcing event are the specific activity contained with the strategy that is used to explore the market to identify the competitive value. All right. The output of category strategy is a plan for negotiation, a contract, a supplier scorecard used to monitor the relationship, as well as the sourcing work plan developed for the communication of the strategy for the internal user. Here we develop a scorecard for the supplier for the evaluation purpose. So you rate the supplier according to the services which they have provided. So that makes your job easy in future. Next is the contract management. An important area of contract management is that purchasing has a right to determine how to award the purchase contract. So, will purchasing award a contract based on a competitive bidding, negotiation, or a combination of approaches? If purchasing takes a competitive bidding approach, how many suppliers can be requested to bid? Purchasing should also lead the coordination negotiation with the suppliers. Because of the resources, process involves multiple communication among the internal customers, purchasing, sales, and the suppliers internal functions. Purchasing with the generally retain the right of the primary contact with the supplier in the contracting process. However, involving the other people from these functions can improve the transfer of information and knowledge between buying and selling organization as a part of contracting process. All right. Now comes the cost management part. Once the contract is signed, purchaser job is not over, not at all. In fact, it is just a beginning. One of the most important role here is the cost management, which is understanding the true underlying cost of what is being purchased. So this involves a process of unbundling the price paid and other components of the price over the life cycle of a product or the service to deliver a target cost and the unit rate to determine if it is priced competitively in the market. So you have to do end-to-end research. What you are buying, what exactly what kind of competition it is having in the market, what kind of value it is having in the market. So our actual job starts over here, cost management. So buyer is very much directly related to cost management. So you have to be extra careful here. Now, managing the process to pay process. It's P2P process. Improving the process to pay, that is P2P. A system involves the automation of all transactional activities associated with the thread of events that occurs from the time of buying a goods or the service through the release of mechanism to the point of issuing the payment, including this is requisition, RFX, award, contract, orders, approval, receipt and payment. Alright, so it is end-to-end process. That is, requisition is raised, you are placing the order, you are taking the approvals, you are making a contract, you are giving the order, and after that, once the order has been placed and you are getting the material or the services according to the terms and conditions mentioned in the contract, then lastly you have to make the payment accordingly. So this is pay-to-pay process. Now, supplier relationship management. Supplier relationship management, it is also called as SRM, is the end-to-end process of managing a supplier through the entire sourcing life cycle, which includes first identifying the abilities of a particular company with regards to the performance, performing a service or a internal customer, completing a sourcing event, negotiating a contract, executing the order, determining the payment. This also involves all the activities below, that is day-to-day transactions, then identifying and mitigation of operational risk and deliverables, then business continuity planning, understanding the supplier's business challenges, identifying the opportunities to improve the values and reduce the cost, establishing a scorecard, metrics for improvement and reviewing process towards these objectives, contract, that is T's and C's. So leveraging the flow of information between the key internal processes, owners and the suppliers to create the value. So this, all these things has to be followed by a purchaser when you are making any contract or making any kind of relationship with the supplier. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for taking out that much of time watching my video. Thank you so much.